Japanese video news, y'all. And the bongos, the drum beats the message. That's right, folks. And as I come to you with this next message, it's like things that are going on in this country, as the country unravels into 1,000 different directions and 1,000 different little tiny little pieces, we just have to wonder if all these pieces will one day be able to be picked up and put back together just like Humpty Dumpty. Because right now, as it seems, with the leadership that's coming out of D.C. or lack of leadership that's coming out of Washington, and it's like they're taking this as like it's some kind of joke or something. But in the meantime, they are definitely robbing the country blind to the point of $3 trillion that the federal government just applied for, a $3 trillion loan from the Treasury Department yesterday. So, Treasury Department just put a $3 trillion loan from the Federal Reserve. Hey, it's crazy. It's a crazy situation going on out there. And here we are, stuck right in the middle. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. All right. So, on a serious note, we got an Indiana postal worker was fatally shot in the East Indianapolis neighborhood, and police haven't identified who's responsible. Now, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service is offering a $50,000 reward for the information that could lead them to suspects in her death. Marion County Coroner's Office identified her as Angela Summers, 45 years old. She died in a gunshot wound to the chest, the coroner's office said. Police found Summers with the gunshot wound after 4 p.m. on Monday. Indianapolis Metro Police spokesman Janae Cook said it's unclear if Summers was on her mail route. Summers was transported to the hospital where she later died. Cook confirmed that Summers was a U.S. Postal Service employee. The Marion County Coroner's Office ruled her death a homicide. Killing an on-duty federal employee can be punishable by death or a life sentence. Stephen Whitaker, spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of Indiana, declined to comment, citing ongoing investigation. And killings of postal workers are fairly rare. Between 2013 and 2018, 4 postal workers were killed in workplace homicides, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and at least 2 postal workers were killed on the job last year. In April 2019, a New Mexico mail carrier and Army veteran, Jose Hernandez, was killed on his route when he tried to break up a fight between a mother and her teenage son, who then shot Hernandez in the abdomen. And in September, South Carolina mail carrier Irene Presley, a 22-year U.S. Postal Service veteran, was shot several times while delivering mail. At her funeral, her co-workers referred to Miss Presley as the post office mama. And so that's just what's going on right now. And now, since they got the Postal Service delivering these coronavirus checks, so that means it's going to be a lot more issues going on here with postal workers being shot and robbed, people trying to get to those checks. Here we go. Story number 2. Flint Family Dollar security guard killed after turning away customer without a mask. Calvin Munnerlin worked hard to provide for his family as a security guard at a Family Dollar in Flint, Michigan. His job was to keep customers safe. Munnerlin, a father of 9, was gunned down after turning a customer away for trying to enter the store without a mask. On Monday, Genesee County prosecutor David Layton charged 3 suspects in the murder: 45-year-old Charmel Teague, 44-year-old Larry Teague, and a 23-year-old Raymond Bishop. Decisions like staying home when you can, wearing a mask when going to the store, and staying a safe distance from those around us, these should not be political arguments, Layton said. They don't necessitate acts of defiance, and we simply cannot devolve into a us versus them mentality. We really need to make a commitment as a community to doing the things necessary to allow us to stay healthy and turn the page on the crisis altogether. If not for ourselves, we should do it for Mr. Calvin Munlin, who lost his life needlessly and senselessly. Officials said Shamil Teague and her daughter went to the Family Dollar on East 5th Avenue about 1:45 on Friday. Security footage shows Munlin and Teague got into a verbal altercation after he told a woman that her daughter needed a face mask to enter the store. Teague began to yell and spit at Munlin, who asked her to leave the store and instructed the cashier not to serve her. Under Governor Gretchen Whitmer's executive order, anyone must wear a mask in an enclosed public spaces to halt the spread of COVID-19. If customers refuse to comply, businesses can turn them away. Security footage shows the two driving off in a red GMC Envoy. The same vehicle returned about 20 minutes later at 2:15. Two suspects, Larry Teague, Shamil Teague's husband, and Ramon Bishop, her son, entered the store. Larry Teague confronted the security guard about disrespecting his wife, and Bishop fatally shot him in the back of the head, Layton said. The two men then left the store. Munlin was transported to Hurley Medical Center, where he later was pronounced dead. Whitmer sent her condolences to the Munlin family during her Monday conference. And it's incredible. The people that continue to show up to work to protect everyone else, Whitmer said. It's incredibly sad that in this crisis, this life was lost. Munlin, also known as Duper, leaves behind 9 children and his wife, Layton said. And Duper was a hard-working father and husband who lost his life while doing his job, securing the place of business and asking all customers to wear a mask for our own safety as well as others. A candlelight vigil in Flint was held in his honor, drawing about 150 people. Flint District Commissioner Bryant Nolan said when he knew Munlin most of his life and would see him training others free of charge at the Burton Field House in Flint. Calvin was a great guy, and he was just an all-around good guy. When I found out what happened to him, I really broke my heart because I knew he was the kind of person he was. This was an extremely senseless over a mask. We need to stop the senseless violence in the community. This was totally uncalled for. He didn't bother a soul. All he wanted to do was take care of his family and he was always had his kids with him. This is a real loss for the community, and it's really a big loss for me as an individual. Both suspects are still at large and are considered armed and dangerous, Layton said. Shamil Teague is in custody and awaiting a arraignment charge. So the wife is in custody, and anyone with information on her husband, Larry Teague, and her son, Ramon Bishop, is asked to call 911. So this is crazy, man. They shot this man and killed this man, father of 9, over a raggedy ass mask, man. Over a raggedy ass mask. All she had to do was just get a kid a mask. You got to go into the store, you got a mask on, but your daughter doesn't have a mask on. So that lets you know the mentality of that person as a parent or as a so-called mother. It's like, wow, you mean to tell me you got a mask but your daughter don't have a mask on? Yeah, okay. Wow. And this is story number 3 of the meth and high caliber weapons found during a raid at a luxury condo near downtown Houston. 3 people are in custody after 24 high caliber weapons and at least 3 kilos of meth was found inside a luxury condo Thursday morning near downtown Houston. Harris County Precinct raided the home on St. Emmanuel at Tom, where authorities initially reported a bazooka was among the stash. Later on, they said that was not true. Deputies said they have been investigating for months a situation that started as a mail theft ring where the suspects were stealing out of mailboxes. And we go again with the mailbox thing. According to officials, the suspects then created fake IDs to apply for loans and make big purchases, such as cars and weapons. The intent is unknown what they were going to do with the weapons, whether they were stockpiling it for some sort of arsenal or selling them on the black market. Authorities said they found 25 to 30 weapons inside, calling the stash staggering. The level of danger that all these guns pose is pretty significant. Each one of them was loaded with high caliber ammunition, and the whole condo was full of ammunition as well. A man who lives across the street woke up to the sight of law enforcement surrounding the neighborhood. Maybe about 30 or 40 officers. A lot of them had vests on, squad gear. They had the whole neighborhood surrounded. Then on top there, maybe 20 or 30 of them asked the guy to get on his knees, brought like 2 or 3 people out, described Lamont Ratcliffe. It was like out of a movie. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Officials say one of the suspects tried to escape by jumping from roof to roof. The suspects face charges of mail fraud, forgery, and theft, and more arrests in the case are expected. Yeah, it's crazy out there, folks. It's getting crazier. I'm telling you, got people going crazy, man. And they really gonna be, trying to get to these coronavirus checks out here. And here we go with the feel-good story of the day. Alexis Loveraz, a 16-year-old boy from New York City who was homeschooling like most other students during the coronavirus pandemic, has gone viral as he continues to tutor thousands of youth using TikTok around the world. Being a math genius with a 4.0 average at Harlem Prep High School, Alexis was urged by his friends to post tips on algebra, geometry, and chemistry on the popular video sharing platform TikTok. Since he started doing that, he was immediately hailed as a TikTok tutor. He now has around 650,000 followers and 5.4 million likes on TikTok. So he was really shocked. Things that they probably forgot, like before COVID-19. This is a refresher of what I'm like giving them out. It's really cool because they understand it even better the way I'm explaining it to them. His followers are mostly students from the United States, Canada, Australia, the Philippines, Singapore, and other countries who wanted to learn while quarantining in their homes. Some of the comments say, how did you explain it better than my teacher? And you explained 1,000 times better than my math teacher. Alexis wanted to further upgrade his tutorial, so he is adding Google Classrooms as well. I was excited about this. I know he can do this and more. I'm so proud that he helped a lot of people, his mother said. While Alexis isn't making money from yet tutoring online, he is glad to still continue doing it. He said, the knowledge I have, and he wants to be able to share his knowledge with other people. So that's the feel-good story of the day. Young 16-year-old kid tutoring kids from all over the world. Young black teen from New York City. Math genius, 4.0 grade average in the handle your business, young man. I'm loving it. That's KP Video News, y'all. KP Video News.